I got a bit of a sunburn today. It's not too bad. But let me tell you about the worst sunburn I ever had. Oh, it was in Costa Rica, and it involved the sun, howler monkeys, and ghost crabs. So I went down to the Caribbean coast of Costa Rica, and at that time there was no road. There was only this train. I think there might have been beginnings of a road, but at that time there was still a thing called the jungle train. It was connected San Jose in the center of the country to Limon on the Caribbean coast. This ancient old train went on this rickety track. It used to belong to a fruit company. They're down through the jungle. It was really, really cool. Somewhere I have a picture of me on that train with my head out the window like a cocker spaniel. I was there with a friend from Japan, who doesn't want to be named in this, I'm sure, so I'll just refer to him with the name I used to call him all the time, the mysterious face of the East. And I can probably say without question that as far as the mysterious face of the East goes, this was the worst vacation of his life. And he travels all over the world, but he will never, ever go back to this place. So there's a couple of things that I just didn't know. That, first of all, nobody told me that Costa Rica was a half-mile away from the sun. So when I went out that first day, I got the most unbelievable sunburn. I mean, if you like spattered me with water, you'd hear it. Or dropped an egg on my chest, you know, it would just, So the second thing I didn't know about Costa Rica was the sound of howler monkeys. If you've never heard a howler monkey, imagine the sound of King Kong getting really mad and coming after you in Costa Rica. The third thing I didn't know about were ghost crabs. They're these white crabs. I saw them. They were sort of all over the place. So you get the combination of the three things here, okay? We've got the sun, we've got howler monkeys, and we've got ghost crabs. So let's put them all together, shall we? This town that we ended up in, Cahuita, at that time, I've heard it's come up in the world, but back then it really wasn't even down in the world. It was bad. And the only hotel available was a room made of cinder blocks with no windows. 2 beds that were made of sort of boards. Oh my God, it was bad. It had 1 fluorescent light bulb and 1 fan. Well, of course, now I am, you know, I've got this supernatural sunburn. So I just couldn't bear it. I couldn't stand it. You know, I'm in that room and there's no windows, little fan. It's not doing anything. You know, and mysterious face of the East isn't talking to me because he's so furious he can't believe that he is stuck in a cinder block room. It's like a prison. So what am I going to do? I don't know what to do. It was just awful. Just outside the prison cell was a swimming pool. They called it a swimming pool. It looked sort of like a cesspool without the cess. And I didn't care, you know, it was water. I was going to spontaneously combust if I didn't do something. So I eased myself into the swimming pool and it was fine. It was, you know, it was a relief. The water didn't boil away. And I'm just sort of laying there and the steam is coming off me, I'm sure, and the water's sort of bubbling, maybe simmering. And then I heard something. It was a sort of a click, click, click sound. I didn't know what it was, you know, and there was no light really. There was just this sort of dim light. Maybe it was from the moon. Maybe it was from me, you know, sort of glowing. And then I heard it again. Click, 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 click. And this time I saw movement. It was sort of something in the grass. Now there was this brick walkway around the swimming pool. And what I saw on that brick walkway was a ghost crab. You know, it was coming toward me. Not toward me, toward the pool. It wanted to get in the water too. Well, I'm trying to stare it down, you know, and it's got those sort of feeler things, and it's not easy to stare down a crab. But I tried. And then from behind, click, 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 another one. And then from the front, click, 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 another one. And the next thing I know, there's ghost crabs sort of creeping out of the grass and getting on the brick. And, you know, I know they want to get in the pool, but I'm in the pool. I didn't want to share. So we had sort of a showdown. I'm in the pool. The crabs are on the outside. And what am I going to do? Nothing. I'm going to sit right here. I'm just going to stay right where I am. I would have done that too, but from behind, the door to the cinder block opens and asks me what I'm doing. Before I could answer, he snaps on the light. So now, suddenly, with the light on, it wasn't just the ghost crabs around the pool. No, now I could see there were hundreds of them in the grass all around us. And of course, when the light went on, they began to panic. They were all like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Get in the pool, in the pool. So that's what their reaction was. They wanted to get in the pool, and they started to pour into the pool. Hundreds of ghost crabs. And I'm in the pool with them, this little tiny pool. Well, of course, I want to get out. There's hardly any place where I can get out. And as soon as I started out, I don't know where they were, but they were howler monkeys. Maybe they were in the trees above me, maybe they were beside me, but maybe the light got them too. But suddenly, I hear this sound from the jungle. I don't know what that is. And it's getting closer. It sounds like it's getting closer. And I'm like, oh my. You know, and so what do? Crabs? King Kong? Mysterious face of the East is like, shut the door, and he's gone, and leaves me to be torn apart by wild ghost crabs, or by whatever was in the forest. So I did the best I could. I was sort of brushing them. I could feel them at the bottom of the pool, just scampering around my feet. So I sort of eased myself out of the pool with pushing these crabs aside and still looking for whatever that is. And then finally I sort of crawled through the grass and went back into the cinder block prison cell and spent a very miserable night. So let that be a lesson to you. If you go to Costa Rica and you get assaulted by ghost crabs, stay in the pool. They're fine. They actually like to be in the pool with you. So do the howler monkeys. Mysterious face of the East, though. No. He's never going to go back to Costa Rica again.